Semifinal number 2. We are on Dragonshire once again. Seems like today we have a pact that every single semifinal has to start on Dragonshire. And I'm totally okay with it. We get Team Ash against Oxygen Esports in qualifier number 8 of the X Cup, everybody. So good stuff. We are heading in with Team Oxygen, of course, still trying to get a couple of points for the leaderboard. They are already in the top 8, but they are aiming a little bit higher than that. They want to end up not only in the top 4, but ideally also a little bit higher than that, go into the pole position. But alright, for now we got supports banned out. Dragonshire. I actually am really interested to see what exactly Oxygen is going to do here, because their performance in the Masters Clash was obviously just stellar. Great place by them in Paris. And this, I mean, Masters Clash, honestly, the entire tournament, I keep saying it ever since it happened, but if you haven't caught the Masters Clash games yet, watch them. Check them out either on Twitch or go to YouTube if they're uploaded there already. Browse through the latest videos a little bit, and if you see the Masters Clash matches from the offline finals, you should definitely have a look. There were so many good games there. We had so many comeback series and just so many games in general that were a pleasure to watch, with cool strategies being developed and the players giving their best. It was glorious. And there were also a lot of new things that were being done there, or things that we've seen maybe in one qualifier or two, but nothing that was really established as a mainstream style for one of the teams. And it was crazy to see that develop throughout the offline event. So all of that could now also have an impact for a team like Oxygen Esports in this qualifier, especially since we're heading now into the semis and into the grand final. And they come in with a hammer time. I mean, at this point, if you don't take the Panzer away from the Germans, they are going to take it. And that is, I mean, I thought that was more or less obvious to everybody, but apparently the news hasn't reached Team Ash yet. So the Russian-Ukrainian team leaves the Sergeant up, and that is the... yeah, that's that. So it's hammer time. If you're going up against Oxygen Esports, you have to expect them to pick Sergeant Hammer. That's pretty much just where we're at. And if you are allowing them to get Sergeant Hammer, then at best you come in with the strategy against it. So they go for Johanna, which means they have a blind available. They got Junkrat also. It's not like they don't have heroes that they can use against it. Sergeant Hammer on the side of one team doesn't automatically guarantee that team a victory, even if it is Oxygen Esports. Now, obviously, they are the favorites in the series. I mean, duh. But at the same time, Team Ash is a team that can take maps away from opponents. They know, or they had to know, that Sergeant Hammer was a likely pick, so I assume we're going to get more heroes that would be good against her. So, yeah. Hammer and Blaze, that's what they opened up with against Jojo, Anduin, and Junkrat. Now, Thrall gets banned. He was definitely a hero that came in every now and then before, but he was also one of the, don't want to say big surprises of the Masters Clash, but the priority and how popular he was over the course of the entire tournament was definitely a bit surprising. Yeah, and there's the Kerosene ban. You might think that is a ban against Yasuo, but it isn't. It is a ban against Nick. Nick has now shown multiple times his second support assassin Kerosene style. And, well, what can I say? Bald boys get it done. He came in and he murdered them. But since he can't get that, he instead goes for Genji. Also means that he picks Genji away from the red team, where we could have technically seen a Genji pick to coordinate with Anduin's Light Bomb. And we got Diablo as the main tank. So Benny and Diablo, Blaze played by Copenhagen. And that leaves us with the support. Now, supports, there are still quite a few up. Rhaegar, for example. Yeah, Fruit Fly's banned out. Yeah, we're missing Mitra and Inopi. Okay. Let's go. And game on, everybody. We got Dehaka and Hanzo. Change is upon us. Is it, though? That's the question. Yeah, and Dehaka for the global. Sitting on the side lane, joining the team whenever they get a chance there. And with Yasuo as the final pick, as we're heading into the second semifinal, sorry, of the day for qualifier number 8 at the X Cup. What are we going to get? What's going to be the play? Final pick! Oh, it's Morales, baby! Okay, pocket heal for Sergeant Hammer. Let's go, everybody. Dragonshire, map number 1 in the best of 3. Alright, Sergeant Hammer, played by Hazu Ops for Oxygen Esports. We got Kopenhagen on Blaze, Nick on Genji, Yasu on Morales. That's going to be interesting. And Bad Benny is playing Diablo. Right side of the map, Fallen on Junkrat. We get Maitri on Dehaka, Renella on Anduin, Ninopi on Hanzo, and Morenas is playing Johanna. And already some aggression here in the middle as Nick is diving maybe a bit too deep. It's a trap! Look at this. The whole beauty of the StarCraft universe. We got Morales, we got a medic, we got a fire bat, and we got a siege tank. Getting a bit of damage in here at the wall, so one tower down to 50% HP. Before we're really starting into the game, also another quick shout out to Mr. X, in case that you guys are not aware of it, but the X Cup is fully privately sponsored by an anonymous donor. And as I say it, oh my god, look at this mount of Bad Benny. Wow. What a unique mount. That is, wow, very special and very unique. Whew. So much unique, so much wow. Nice. Okay, as I said, privately sponsored by Heroes of the Storm fan that was also a bit upset by the news when Blizzard cancelled HGC and is sponsoring the X Cup, hence Mr. X and X Cup, you know, like an X and everything. Nah. Yeah, so big shout out to him. Without him, all of that would not be possible. And again, this is the 4th season of the X Cup that we're running here. So, yeah. But either way, we already have now the first camp taken. They're a little bit faster here. While Benny is still holding on to the bot lane here. And the Dragon Knight is up for grabs. Objective number 1. And I want to see what Morales is going to do here. And are we going to get a reaction? Is it, for example, an adjustment on the level 10 of Johanna? Blessed Shield is always an option, but I guess against Morales you could technically also say that you're just simply making a move into the Falling Sword instead. Okay, so right now we get the Lurker Strain in. And the full control over the objective, with the exception of the mid lane, where Jojo is still forced to do something about it. And she just starts moving away as we have Bad Benny coming in. If not for the minions that saw him, Morenas would have moved away and they would have gotten a freebie on the thingy, the Dragon Knight, exactly. But instead, we have them pushing through the bottom, pushing through the top, and destroying the entire wall up here already. So, yeah, looking pretty good here. It doesn't seem that Team Ash has a lot that they can do against them here. Brother against brother, as Nick is moving in against Nanopi. Yeah, they are setting this up real nicely. I like that a lot. So Nick has to be very careful now. But generally speaking, that is a ton of damage that they could do this early in the game. Top structures have been halfway taken down. Hazu over here still has to deal, of course, with Junkrat, and the problem for the Hammer player is that they don't have the level 7 and therefore no mobility, so that's a bit of a problem. But they're going for Hanzo, and they get Hanzo, which means that the fort is now even more vulnerable than before. And they're still holding on to the bottom of the map. So fantastic start for Oxygen Esports and a lot of pressure. They are in tip-top shape these days. They are in great shape. Absolutely fantastic plays here by them once more. From the beginning of the game, you just have the feeling that Team Ash is under enormous pressure, and indeed they are. They lost a lot of hit points on the top fort, and once that it's gone, it means that there will be no fountain left for Team Ash to be used whenever they need a top off in hit points or mana. Yeah, Benny in the middle of the map. Has to be careful, needs to get away. But he's still fine. So, down here, damage continues at the top, similar picture. And it really feels like Team Ash has to mix things up a little bit, or they are going to die a slow and painful death here. At least that's not really something that they have against all of this. We currently haven't really found a remedy for that problem. So down at the bottom of the map, we have the wall also slowly starting to fall. And Hazu is still alright. I mean, he gets pooped around the entire time by Farlander, but at the same time, there's only so much that Junker can do and so much time that he can buy. It's kind of funny, but as you can tell, it's tricky. And now they're even getting a kill on Anduin, and Hazu just continues in the mid lane with the plays that he was trying to make at the bottom of the map a moment ago. So yeah, they are just applying pressure. They're getting ahead in experience. They're getting structural damage in. The regenerative biosteel on level 4 for Hazu gives him some more sustain. Level 7 has now the mobility, and things are looking very, very good for Oxygen Esports this early on in the series. So, Blaze is now sneaking in for the fort and takes the fountain down together with it. Even able to move away here. Yes, the Haka takes over at the top, but that's only going to last them so much. And they're trying to get the kill here on the camp. Alright, boops himself away and the camp gets stolen. Nick just steals it. Nick just moves in and says like, hey, it looks juicy, that's mine. What a dirty little thief. Comes in and just simply steals it away. So, yes, nicely done. As it stands, we have the bot lane under more pressure. Now the Dragonite is up for grabs again. Genji moves into the back, gets a kill, and goodbye Farlander. So Nick moves in with another one. Morales was trying to move out here and couldn't. Went into the medevac, so at least they get one kill. That's the first one that they got so far. But after they lost the top fort, the one at the bot lane, even if it doesn't fall now, it's not going to survive for that much longer. The Haka has to guard the middle or it's going to be a Dragonite. And Blaze is just now slowly moving in. So they're going to run into each other. There's the isolation, but there's not going to be any follow-up, especially now that Diablo is saying hello too. And they could still technically try and go for the objective, but bot lane is slowly controlled by Team Ash. Level 10 now for both sides finally, which gives us, by the way, we have the Blessed Shield already, but we also get the arrow. So, Hanzo can fire the arrow out. We'll see if that's gonna happen or not, but we have more camps taken out too. Okay, pretty quick hit. Nice! And off we go. It's also kind of wild, by the way, that we see the medevac in the first place. I honestly really thought that we would see the stim drone. Just so that Sergeant Hammer can fire away a bit more. If it's only being used as a bit of an escape tool and try to retreat, then that's one thing. But yeah, that we don't see the stim drone with Sergeant Hammer is at least going to annoy the Hammer player. If no one else. So yeah, the fight is still on. Morenas is low and has to retreat here. They nearly burned them to a crisp. First with Diablo. There is the kill. Johanna is down. So Johanna gets taken down by Sergeant Hammer. And now it's time for the bottom fort to fall. So that's the second fort that gets eliminated. They still have access to the Dragonite. And they could this time easily move Genji over and make a play for that. Alright. So, there it is. And the delivery system is there. Pew! Yeah, easy way to quickly get some hit points and mana back. And then the delivery has indeed happened, but they just waited too long. They can't get the Dragonite. Because we got Mai Try taking care of the top. They have the leading experience, of course, and still a control over the bottom of the map as they get another camp to pull a bit further ahead here now. With level 13 we get the system shock. I mean, the only thing that is shocked so far is the red team. Because they just can't find a foothold in this game and they're just slowly and steadily losing ground. And it seems that just no matter what they do, they have huge problems fighting back here. But finally Oxygen Esports is focusing a little bit more in the middle. There's the stun! Genji wanted the kill and went a bit too deep, hoping that he hits the Swift Strike there and can solidify it. But Renella already got the heat in. The heal in, so yeah. Not this time. They could take this. When is somebody moving in here and just sneaking this? I mean, they still have nobody that goes for the channel. Finally, Copenhagen is making a move. And now they're gonna get a Dragonite. 8 minutes in. It felt like they could have gotten it earlier if they really wanted to. But off we go. So, the hits keep coming for against Team Ash. They haven't damaged any structures yet, honestly. None of the forts have taken damage. And now all the lanes are pushing against Team Ash. Now they're trying their best to move on. If they lose here, they're not going to make it into the grand final, but instead would drop into the third place decider. Yeah, that is a lot of CC against poor Genji. Couldn't move his character at all. Nick was just sitting there like, hey guys, my keyboard is broken or something. Nothing's reacting. That was a stun lock and a half right there. Nicely done. So, down to the bottom, we now have the Siege Giants finally eliminated. And up at the top, my try, making his moves. Yep. Down to the bottom of the map though. Bad Benny is still anchoring all of this. But I mean, just check this out. Look at the mini-map. It's fully under the control of Oxygen Esports. I have to admit that the leading experience for them is a little bit lower than I expected it to be at this point, considering how many of the structures they've already taken down. But now they're even playing it out with the bunker. Yeah, even isolation being used, and he just walks away from it. So Copenhagen is alive, and it allows the rest of the team to take the siege giants at the bottom of the map. Hase is now moving in even deeper to try and get some damage here. As Genji is dead again. And Nick is getting a little bit lazy now, right? He died, and he felt kind of comfortable at the Nexus, and then he revived, and he thought, you know what? I actually like being dead a little bit more, so here we go. Honorable Subaru. And that's the end of him. So they get the Genji kill again. And yeah, I mean, there's not really anything that Oxygen Esports is really doing right now. They have to wait for Nick a little bit too often. They push the lanes out. They're taking all of the camps on the map, with the exception of the siege giant camp, of the night camp that we just saw there a second ago, the bruisers. But yeah, with Nick now being back to business, let's see if they can get a bit ahead here. More than they are already. My tracing at the side, 16 for both teams now. Well done. Trying to at least, but the Iron Skin is ready. Arrow. Ah, the light bomb effectively dodged. A nice barbecue in the choke point. Yeah, nice. That could even be a kill, and it is. Jojo goes down. Perfect barbecue over here. And there's the Riptire, Copenhagen, Bunker, and Hanzo is dead too. Oh, he's not the only one, is he now? Yeah, Nick slides in. I mean, come on, Nick. The hell was that? Apparently it didn't have the Jade anymore, so he dies. And I'm not quite sure what exactly is going on with him here, but he is... yeah. YOLOing it a little bit hard, let's put it like that. 7 kills to 3. Can they get another objective? We already have Morales flying around here. They're apparently going for the next camp down at the bottom of the map. Yep, together with Sergeant Hammer. And they could now go for the next Dragon Knight. Alright, are they guarding the middle? Jojo is slowly moving in. I don't think so. They already expect that this one is going to be taken. Yeah. She's going to be too late? Yes. Honestly, if she would have moved into vision, she could have just at least delayed it a little bit. But it's a Dragon Knight. It's a Dragon Knight, and they got the camp. They got both. They have both. So they're coming straight down to the bottom of the map now with the aura, the spell aura. Genji is also coming back for now. And instead of trying to fully YOLO this one out... okay, they're slowly moving in. But the camp has been taken out. Genji. And Nick is really moving as like, yeah, third time's the charm, boys. Third time's the charm. Let's just go in, take them down, and see what we can do here. Every kill counts. Morales in the meantime with the extended care. System shock. And we have the Vanadium plating. But we're only 13 minutes in the game. They are taking the big lead now. And they are repositioning towards the... It's a backdoor, baby! It's the shittiest backdoor that I've seen in a while, but it's there. The arrow got sent over. Yeah, that one was a disaster. Isolation is at least interrupted. Dragon Knight is getting value at the bottom of the map, but it seems that Morales is going to fall, and I don't think she's going to be the only one. Diablo is also getting attacked, and Benny is about to die. Benny is down. Dragon Knight is, by the way, still... or has been still doing some work. But I don't think they can get the keep. So that was a bit of a shitty one. They lost, I think, 3 heroes in total. Diablo came back because he has his soul stacks. But that was nicely done. The second that they flew over to the keep, Hanzo said, how easy do you want to make this arrow for me? Just send the arrow over and then they lose 3. So yeah, that sounded much better in their head, I think, than what then actually happened. So full value on Morales. I mean, those medivacs, whew, baby, so much value has been had here. And then the bot lane played out the way that it did. Now Morales went into the safe zone. I'm just happy that they didn't call this thing the safe space. Can you imagine woke heroes? We're going in and we're renaming a couple of the talents. Tyrael creates Tyrael creates a safe space. Oh boy. I actually have a lot of ideas now that I think about it. There's a lot of shit. I'm sure we're gonna find somebody with some microaggressions. But yeah, either way. We got the safe zone over here. And yeah, in addition to that, the fortified bunker and the advanced lava strike. So let's see what we can get with that. But yeah, now that I think about it, there's a lot of applications there. Oh my god. The possibilities are endless, everybody. Yeah. But okay, either way. Anduin. We need somebody that has like a trigger word or something. Another one could have a spoiler alert. There's nothing more funny to me, by the way, that the people that... Oh my god, what a rare and wow. What a rare and unique mount. Benny, like, show that again. Ooh, so rare, so unique. Ooh, I wish I had that. Oh, wait, I have that. But yeah, anyways, there's nothing that's more hilarious to me than people that complain about spoilers. Nothing is more ridiculous. You know, people that go to like YouTube. The best is people that go to YouTube channels that deal with a certain subject. For example, with the Tour de France is happening right now. There are people that are going to YouTube channels that are dealing with the Tour de France, and then they complain about that a thumbnail or a title is spoiling the victor. It's just like, get the fuck out of there. If you don't want to see spoilers, then don't go to places where that event is being discussed in full. That's not how this works. Like, this entitlement that people have right now, that they're like, spoilers. It's your fucking job to stay away from sports magazines if you haven't watched anything yet. Ridiculous. Oh, that topic is never going to get old for me. The entitlement of some people these days. Spoilers. If I can't catch it, I can't watch the Tour de France right now. Right now I can't watch it. I'm gonna not check anything if I don't want to. I'm gonna watch some of the recordings later. That's how it works. And now I'm gonna watch Junkrat die. And I guess Yasuo too. Because, yeah, there's a kill against the Medivac again. And this game is getting a little bit more feisty towards the end. I'm the only one that thinks that. It's a 4 versus 4 right now, but one team still has a support and the other one doesn't. So, I don't know. But yep, here we are. When it was funny to me is also when people discussed their Wordles. When Wordle was like the big thing, right, for a couple of weeks, there's still a thing there. And then there's a hashtag trending on Twitter with Wordle. As the one thing that's trending right now is like multi-kills apparently. Nick is redeeming himself, look at him. But yeah, there was always a hashtag over the daily Wordle, and then people would read up on their hashtag where people were posting how many tries were. And there was always like 1 or 2 guys that was just spoiling the word of the day, and there were people like, spoilers, you asshole. And I'm like, don't check the fucking hashtag if you don't want to know. I can't be the only one that gets tilted by these people. By these entitled little self-absorbed dicks that just think the entire world centers around them and nothing else, and everybody has to accommodate them. I can't be the only one. Another Dragon Knight for Oxygen Esports. And they're getting their kills now. It seems like now they're in here, in it to win it, baby. So, yeah. There's the Riptire attempt, but Farlander, yeah! A kick kill! Haven't seen one of those in a while. Nice. Full 5-man wipe as well. So here we go, 13-9, nicely done. Yeah, that kind of got spicy there towards the end. I can't scroll fast enough. There we go, the delivery system. Still a little bit of a fight back. Yeah, at this point we have 66%, but they're fighting it out a bit too hard. Jojo, they want more kills. Nick, he wants all the kills. He died 4 times, he has to redeem himself with a bit of extra damage. But the Catapult's already taking this one down. Game number 1 in semifinal, everybody, goes to Oxygen Esports. GG. Yeah, nicely done. Let's head straight to game number 2.
Before we head into game number 2, make sure that you subscribe to the channel if you haven't done it yet, so you don't miss out on any future content here on Khaldor TV.
To Spider Queen, map number 2. Alright, Oxygen Esports is ahead. Nick is inting a little bit today. He's having a fun one. Again, guys, this is all qualifiers, so we're all in the spirit of this being a little bit more lighthearted for the top teams than the actual playoffs are going to be. As I said before, this is a privately sponsored Heroes of the Storm event with 4,000 euros of prize money in the playoffs, and the playoffs are going to be a lot of good Heroes of the Storm. We're going to have 4 days of Heroes of the Storm action, double elimination system, best of 5s and ever, and it is gonna be glorious. So Sergeant Hammer gets banned. That's what usually happens when it's hammer time, and yeah, map number 2 quickly changes that, but well. Okay, we are to the Spider Queen, so that opens up a lot of different styles that we could see here. I wouldn't mind to see a Medivh again. It was kind of fun to see Medivh during the Master Slash play a couple of times. And I wouldn't mind him here either. But either way, cheers guys. Kofefe, all the way. It's actually only my second one today. It's already 5 PM and this is my second coffee of the day. That is a new record. Normally at this point I'm at cup number 4 or 5, I'd say. But yeah. Blaze as our first pick. Okay. Lucio banned out, Bright Green banned out. None of these bans really coming in as a shock. Jojo for Benny. The Crusade course. And we got Robin. Alright. Joanna and Robin in the first rotation. And, well, what are we going to get together with Blaze? I would still expect that somebody's going to pick Hanzo here. Gives you vision, gives you a lot of good poke and interrupt potential. YOLOing that out a bit. As a side laner, we also could see Leo, of course. So. Yeah, there's Hanzo. I mean, quickly. And we have a Malfurion. Look at you, the old geezer with the green beard. There he is. And the continuous frown. Yeah, every single time I see Malfurion, I'm just saying Blizzard's lore is bullshit. If you're Tyrande, there is no way that you're going for Malfurion. That's just not a thing. Illidan is much cooler. He has that bad boy image as well. There's just no way Tyrande is making a play for Malfurion. And I don't really care that they are brothers or anything. I mean, one of them was clearly adopted. Malfurion, the guy has arthritis, totally boring, that green beard. I mean, yeah. Then again, the Karen of the Storm might have decided in favor of him, but anybody that is halfway sane goes for Illidan, of course. Blind or not blind, I don't care at that point. I mean, if anything, that is a bonus. But he is just, whew, way better. How can these two be brothers? I mean, seriously, think about that for a second. One is a total badass, the other one is a fucking tree hugger. That's just not cool. We got a Jaina! Hey, Team Blondie over here, look at that! We got 3 Blondies all of a sudden. Oh, please, make it a full team. Please! There must be another 3, right? Chromie would be 1. I don't think we're gonna get that. What do we need? We need another side laner. Who's the side? Space Goat. And yeah, I let that slide. I mean, I let that slide. She has that platinum, white, blonde hair. Okay, it's more blue. Yeah, maybe we can't make an exception for that. I'm not quite sure. But yeah. Alright, what is Team Tree Hugger gonna do over here? But yeah, Malfurion, honestly, like, yeah. I mean, who in their right mind looks at Illidan, looks at Malfurion, and is like, I can't decide. It's a toss-up. It's such a shame that we don't get more Illidan plays. It would be so cool if we had some viable Illidan strategies these days. I need an Illidan Anduin combo with Light Bomb Hunt engage, something like that. There's Medivh. Talked about it already earlier. I hope he gives it over to Hazu though. I don't want to see Nick Medivh. Might be kind of funny though. Stitches. Alright, we're set. So we got Gorge, Gust, Malfurion, Root, Blaze Stun, Hanzo Damage. To the Spider Queen, everybody. Let's go. Let's check it out. Oxygen Esports against Team Ash. Oxygen Esports with Hazu on Jaina. We got Nick really on Medivh. That's going to be interesting. Is Nick going to be the one to bring the light? Is he going to be the one for the portal rotations? Well, let's find out. We got Copenhagen on Urel, Yasuo and Anduin. And Bad Benny is playing Johanna. Alright, so we got 4 girls and Medivh on the side of Oxygen Esports, and on the right side we got Falender on Falstead, Nenopi on Hanzo, Renella on Malfury, and Morenas and Stitches, and my try is playing Blaze. So, give me those hooks, give me that Gorge. Yeah, Varian isn't here. Varian isn't in the game. Can Nick get the damage numbers with Medivh? But yeah. Either way, there's the first jet propulsion that already went nowhere, but we have the big brawl straight in the middle of the map. Need those portals. Nick gets a couple of stacks together, so much for the beginning here. Just stacking up. And Hazo and Jaina also needs to be careful, because again, he's the one that will be most affected by all of this, just after Anduin. So yeah, Yasuo's down already. The first kill in the game, a good hook, and I have to admit that Renella's follow-up was just instantaneous, was perfect. So they came in quickly with the root after the hook, and that gave them all that they needed, the kill opportunity, and they took it right away. Good damage from Falsa, good damage from Hanzo, and that was that. So, my try at the bot lane, going up against Kopenhagen right now, the rest obviously rotating between the middle and the top, continuously here. And time to go. So, 11 stacks already for Medivh. You can do it, Nick. And he's already flying over, double checking on the camp if they're taking this. Whereas we have Jaina focusing on the camp together with Anduin. Jaina and Anduin, I could totally ship that. I mean, I personally suspect that they are siblings. But at the same time, I'm also not so sure about that. So, don't know the actual lore there. Maybe they really had a thing in World of Warcraft, no clue. But at least they look alike. Can you imagine those two having kids? I mean, I don't want to trigger, actually I don't care if I trigger anybody with this, but if that, look at those two, alright? And then don't tell me that this isn't what Adolf was dreaming about. I mean, seriously. How much bluer can your eyes get? That's ridiculous. So, yeah, not quite sure if that's a thing or not, but this is definitely uncomfortable territory. So we're going to end it here, and we shall never speak about this again. But those two, there's something happening. 20 stacks for Medivh, so we got Nick already. We're halfway done with the quest. Bad Benny at the same time, top side, has 24, so if they can both of... well, if they can actually get the gems of Bad Benny now turned in, that would be kind of nice, because if you're the main tank, you don't want to run around against the Stitches the entire time with just this much of a gem count, even with an Iron Skin. Nice follow-up by Nenopi here. Me likey. So, that's said and done. Slam Slam Stitches is coming in too. Give him the cleaver, baby. I love the tic-tac-toe on this one. I just don't trust Blizzard to not meme this somehow, so I want to pause the game at some point just to double check if nobody was cheating on that sheet. Level 7 is going to be next, but we got a sneaky kill against Hanzo, so 1-1. And at the top, they're already going for the birdie again. Not quite there. Alright, so... camps still on both sides, but this time the turn-ins have finally started. So we got the 33 for the blue team, 27 for Team Ash. And Team Ash needs to win 2 now if they want to avoid dropping down in the 3rd place side. They can still make it into the grand final and face off against the Cats, but time will tell. So, off we go. Level 7 talents. Yeah, we got the Boomerang. And for Jaina, we got the Ice Flurs. So 32 stacks for Medivh. This is the moment when we really need to keep an eye on him. This is usually when Medivh players start to int involuntarily. Involuntarily, it's all of a sudden that they're just sitting there and they're like, it's fine. I'm going to complete this anyway. And just a second later, they're lacking either the portal or they're lacking the shield and then they're just falling. But I gotta admit that Nick is, up to this point, at least doing a very good job with his stacking progress. So he has another portal up, can move in again. Gets another fuse, sitting at 35 right now. Another hit imminent, 37. Look at Nick, I'm impressed. He's actually doing exceptionally well on this. What's his damage looking like? 8,600. Just wait until he's done with this. And they're falling. Oh, what a portal! Hanzo taken down quickly here. Not shabby, my friend. Very easy kill. With that portal play, whew, that kill writes itself. And talking about portal kills, there's another one. Look at that. Beauty! Anticipating the movements. Not that it was really tricky. I mean, there was one direction he could go and that was it. But that was another good one. So Nick with a very, very nice kill opportunity that he could just create for the team, and it allowed them to take Malfurion down just as the web weavers are touching ground. I love it. Absolutely love it. Nice damage numbers from Nick. Really good portals up to this point. Quest is completed. I'm impressed. Didn't expect that. Especially after he was a little bit indie with his Genji play on map number 1. Going a little bit too deep on that. But I kind of like what he's pulling off here so far. So how much damage can they do with the web weavers? Down at the bottom of the map, it doesn't seem that it's going to be too much. But if you open the wall up, it's already a bit of a win. Here, top lane, yeah, then maybe taking a tower down if they're lucky. But even in the middle of the map, not too much has happened yet. So another portal. Hazu's just moving in for a quick hit, hoping that he can get somebody here. They got their level 10 now. And we got the Ring of Frost. Okay, it's gonna get frosty over here. Nice. Oh, where's that last shield when you need it? Yeah, that's not gonna happen. Jumping into the hook. Copenhagen taking that free ride. And then the jet propulsion misses. But of course they want to turn in now. The red team is gonna try and repay them in kind here. Copenhagen and the ring. Ding, 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 ding. We got a winner, baby. They take it. They get the kill. They get the double. And I guess they might even get Mitra. And if they do, that's 34 gems. Woo. Nah, he gets out. Alright. They might not be out of it just yet. Urel isn't done with him. If there's another portal play, they can get him. There's the portal, and there's the kill. And that is 34 gems down the drain. Nick is a much better Medivh than I expected him to be. Despite the initial play that we had here. So yeah, that one was nasty. Look at that. Here comes the ring. And that's a double kill. Beautiful connect with the stuns and everything that they had here. 6 kills to 1. Gorge has just been used. Falstad, can he go for the gust? No, but he can still get it. So that's the second kill against Anduin. Crybaby has gone down twice. Yep, and we got Hazu down at the bottom of the map here. 20,000 for Hanzo. We got 16,000 for Jaina. They removed tons and tons of gems of them. Still not a single turn-in for Team Ash. Now, likely we're going to get it now. I mean, Morenas is turning in, and once that Farlander also delivers, well, he's actually the only one that's going to be fine. Yeah, there was always a chance that Nick drops down. Honestly, I expected it. I expected that Nick would just drop down and try and stop them, but that is a nice alternative. And that should be... if they timed it a little bit differently around the light bomb, they might have been able to get the kill. The problem is that none of the damage dealers was there at that moment in time. Good stun follow-up, another arrow. Shield is already out. Medivh, nice. Still alive and gets away with the portal. Yeah, Nick is doing way better with Medivh than I really thought he would. Given his playstyle and what you're normally seeing from him, I did not expect him to play such a solid Medivh up to now. So they gotta defend the web weavers, of course, as the objective has now been called down by Team Ash. At the bottom of the map, it's working well so far. And up to the top, that's where we have the next wall destroyed. Goodbye. Falstad, the birdie, doing his thing. At the same time, in the middle of the map, we might see the first fort get eliminated. It's down to half HP, but nobody's really pushing the agenda just yet. 8 kills in total. Doesn't feel like that many, though. 40 gems. Yeah, honestly. If you're a main tank, yes, you are collecting a lot of the gems, but I would never feel comfortable with this many gems in that position. They have 75 total, which means they are closing in on a potential double turn-in. So, yeah, you really want to start getting rid of this. And I guess if you wanted to, Benny could now complete this. And yes, they're doing exactly that, and they really should. So that's going to complete one turn-in for them. Jaina gets caught though, has the stasis, dodges a lot, and gets the portal. And is able to escape thanks to Anduin. Arrow missing, they get the ley line set up, and bam, the ring! And they kill. Falstad is down. That's a disaster for Team Ash. If they can kill Copenhagen, maybe... No, not even that is happening. So they can't even get that kill. Renella is completely lost. He's totally lost. Like, he is on the wrong side on the map. Malfurion got drunk. Malfurion got drunk. He realized that his brother is way cooler than he is. And he thought that his only... Yeah, that his only solace is in drinking. So he picked up the bottle again. And that just led him to ramble around and stumble around like, well, like a drunk maniac. And that's another kill for the blue team. So now they got 10-2. We get half a level until 16. And what a disaster for Team Ash. I mean, they are just losing everything right now. They're losing the fort in the middle, the one at the top, at the bottom of the map. Another fort is going to be lost. They're going for a false set again. Level 16 is going to be available in just another second. And yeah, that is just rough. That's really rough. There's level 16. Falstad. Yeah, they already know this is not gonna be easy. Steps away from this a little bit, but boy, oh boy. Good luck defending that now. I mean, for the time being, they're not gonna lose a keep or anything. But that's a 2-level discrepancy between the two teams now. And that lead, whew, bridging that, I mean, at that point, world's your oyster. What is Oxygen Esports gonna do here? Are they just gonna steal the camps away and then take the boss? Is the red team really gonna fight this? I mean, boys, at this point, you gotta ask yourself, how much do you hate your life? 8 seconds for Urel to get her ult back. She might die here. Urel, 5 seconds. Yep, and she dies. That's 33 gems. That's the ticket back into the game. Now we're talking. Team Ash, nice. That's 33 gems that they just eliminated. Not too bad. I like that. That was actually pretty cool. Alright, so... yeah, it was just a sec. I mean, it really looked like Oxygen Esports would ruin Team Ash harder than Catherine Kennedy, the Star Wars series. But then that particular move against Urel happened, and that eliminated 33 gems from Oxygen Esports. And all of a sudden, we might have a ticket back into the game for the red team. They lost every single fort, but if they can get enough gems for a turn-in, you know, there's 2 forts that are already low. One at the top and the middle. So, yeah. Down to the bottom of the map, we have My Try. He locks in the level 16 for the team. Now they're even in talents. That's the first step. And we get the Pulverize. I love this talent. Absolutely love it. Every time you play Stitches, this is when things get real fun. But at the same time, we now have also... yeah, Morenas with those hooks. Definitely nibbling a little bit at another kill. We need some kind of Scorpion. Full Scorpion plays. Can you imagine like a Mortal Kombat version of the game? Instead of Jaina, you're getting Sub-Zero. Instead of Stitches, you get Scorpion. Including at least the sound files. Can you imagine a voice pack for those two? Not even changing the character, just different voice packs. Get over here! It's like... I'm really bad at impression, but you know what I'm aiming at. That mount is so unique and so rare. I'm always impressed when I see it. Nice ley line. Also impressed by that. And the follow-up. Ring! And ding, 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 ding. Malfurion is dead. Killed by Jaina. You know why? Because Jaina is done with this shit. Jaina is absolutely done with this shit, and she is done with Malfurion. She's a strong, independent sorceress, and she is fucking done with Malfurion not taking out the trash. Honestly, that guy was always suspicious to me, and she is just totally done with him. She's going back to Illidan because she realized that Malfurion just can't cut it, especially in the bedroom. So she is going back to Illidan again, and she just killed Malfurion outright. Came in, dropped the Ring of Frost on him, and then just said bye-bye. And that was that. So, it's a sign of the things to come. And another sign is that that keep in the middle of the map is apparently now getting destroyed. So as much as Team Ash try to come back into this, it's not really looking too good for them, because what looked like a moment of reprieve as they kill Urel and eliminated those 30 gems turns into a keep being destroyed. A keep at the top lane also getting attacked here. And, well, that's that. We got... Ooh, hello, team, Stitches, hello. What? That is... I am not even sure. yeah, that was level, I mean, now they have level 20, they got the upgrade there, they go for the boss. You gotta pretty much just debate on how you want to end the game at this point. Yeah, it's kind of nasty. Down to the bottom of the map, Farlander. Fly like an eagle. Yeah. Oh, man. Yeah, top side. I guess they're trying to throw a bit of a Hail Mary over here, but that's... Why is it, by the way, called a Hail Mary? Does anybody know? Why not a Hail Anna? Or a Hail Rebecca or something like that? Can anybody tell me? Yeah, I know. I'm asking the hard-hitting questions here, but now that I think about it, why is it a Hail Mary? Maria and Joseph or something? Is that some religious crap? It probably is, isn't it? But yeah, anyways. So, as the red team was trying to throw a Hail Rebecca at the top lane, we now have the blue team mercilessly going in with the Web Weavers and also the boss. And there's the ring and the connect. Hazu is murdering it again on Jaina. You gotta love it. Beautiful plays here by him and just kill after kill. So 16 kills to 3. And off we go. 1 keep down, 2 keeps down. Renella is again on the run. Malfurion. I mean, at least he's taking a little bit of humor. But that's a 5-man wipe right here. So this is it. We are headed to the next game of this series. Not of the series, of the tournament. Grand final time as Oxygen Esports is going up against the Cats, everybody. GG and well played.
Thank you everybody for watching the video today. I hope that you enjoyed the show and the commentary. And keep in mind that the spoiler protection that is going to run for the rest of the video is made possible by all the support on patreon.com. So guys, if you want to support my work, if you want to help me start new projects and keep the spoiler protection in place, please consider heading over to patreon.com/Khaldor. There's also a link in the YouTube description and check that out. Thanks in advance and see you guys next time with more esports coverage here on Khaldor TV. Have a great day.